What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and welcome to another episode of Black Ops 3 5 Things, a series where we look at the small, intricate details of Black Ops 3, ranging anywhere from specialist characters to Easter eggs, from kill streaks to weapons. Anything you need to know about Black Ops 3, this series is for you. These are the small, intricate details you wouldn't know otherwise unless watching this series. Today we got 5 awesome things you probably didn't know about the Black Ops 3 multiplayer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and let me know down in the comment section below how many of the following things you actually knew. Whether you knew one of them, whether you knew all of them. Let me know down in the comment section below, and without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing I wanted to try this week was based off of something we tried in a previous video. It was the idea that Hive Drones could actually kill score streaks, and the thing we tried in the previous video was Hive Drones versus a Cerberus, and we found that the Hive Drones could actually kill a Cerberus with 2 Hive Drones. So based on this, we wanted to see how it would pair up against higher score streaks. So we tried 2. We tried the Mothership and the GI unit, the big daddies of score streaks in Black Ops 3. And from this, the results weren't nearly as promising. Against the Mothership, you actually can't shoot Hive Drones high enough to actually hit the Mothership. We tried this. We tried standing on objects. We tried not standing on objects. We tried jumping. And just with the trajectory of the Hive Drones, you just couldn't get them high enough to hit that Mothership. So I couldn't even tell you how many it would take to actually take one of these bad boys down. So from there, I went on and looked at the Hive Drones versus the GI unit. And this was a little bit harder to test because, well, the GI unit really fucks you up and it really attacks you when it gets called in. So what we did for this one is we basically set up a little bit of a maze of Hive Drones and had the GI unit run through it. No matter how many Hive Drones this thing triggered, it just simply would not kill that GI unit. Those things are tough as hell and take a lot to kill. So overall, Hive Drone versus the super high-end score streaks, not something that's really worth trying. Once you get to the Cerberus, you can take that bad boy out, but other than that, you don't really even want to try it. From there, I got curious. I wondered what was the easiest way to take out a Mothership, the biggest high-end score streak in Black Ops 3. So we looked at this in a previous episode. We took a dart drone, the little guy, put her up against a Mothership, and we found that you can actually kill the Mothership with some dart drones. So from this, I thought there still must be an easier way, and boy did we ever find one. So to take out the Mothership, I tried many things. I tried rocket launchers, I tried specialist weapons, but what I got to is the Annihilator, Seraph's specialist weapon. Now this is like a golden gun, as people call it. It's a big pistol that shoots a really hard-hitting bullet. The first time I tried this one, it took 4 bullets to take down the Mothership, and I thought, well, this is good, this may be the best way, so I tried it again. On the second try, I aimed for the front gun on the Mothership, hit it twice, and boom, the Mothership is down. 2 bullets out of the Annihilator takes down the largest score streak in the game. Absolutely insane, and by far the fastest way to take the Mothership down. One of the most interesting specialist abilities for me is the Kinetic Armor. Why? Because we really haven't seen that many perks or abilities in a while in Call of Duty that really block incoming damage. The last real thing we saw was the Ballistic Vest back in Modern Warfare 3. So this one really fascinates me because with certain weapons, the Kinetic Armor actually matches up better than against others. But there was one thing I wanted to try, and how did a knife pair up against the Kinetic Armor? And well, let me tell you, the Kinetic Armor does not do so well. As you can tell, obviously it's a one-hit knife kill, even with Kinetic Armor on. And I didn't find that very fair, but it made me wonder what was the best regular weapon against the Kinetic Armor. So I broke it down. I looked at the weapons that dealt the most damage, and I came down to this. It had to be the SVG. So I gave the SVG a shot, and guess what? The SVG takes 2 bullets to go through that Kinetic Armor, unless you shoot them in the head, because there's no Kinetic Armor over the head. So then I went on to another sniper, the P06. Guess what? P06, 1-shot kill every time. Well, I shouldn't say 1 shot, 1 burst kill every single time. You see someone using Kinetic Armor, the easiest way to take out that Kinetic Armor is with that P06, because each bullet deals such high damage and they fire so fast out of that gun, they just tear right through that Kinetic Armor. Next up, I wanted to get wet, and I mean that in the sexiest way possible. No, I don't. Jesus, get your mind out of the gutter. I just wanted to see how some equipment worked underwater. So the 3 I really wanted to see how they work underwater was 3. The trip mine, shock charge, and finally the thermite. Because, well, the thermite is, well, flames, and flames don't generally work underwater, so I wanted to see how all of these fared against people. So the thing with water in Black Ops 3 is that all projectiles move slower underwater except for bullets. So whenever you throw a grenade, whenever you throw a trip mine, it moves super slow underwater. So when planting these things underwater, you have to account for that. But what this also means is that it's super easy to get away from these things. And what I mean by that is when we tried out the trip mines, we found that if you're swimming at full speed, you're able to move fast enough where you can almost get out of the entire blast radius of that trip mine. After that, we tried the shock charges, and shock charges were very similar. They would do some damage, they would stun you a little bit, but overall, very easy to get away from in the water. And finally, the thermite, the one I assumed would not work in water at all. This one actually works alright, and you can actually block off lanes in the water with this, because no matter where they are in that water, whether they're at the top of the water or the bottom of the water, if that thermite is there, it will deal damage to them, which surprised me, because, well, flames don't normally work underwater. In fact, the purifier doesn't even work correctly underwater, as we found out in a previous episode. While I had my mind set on the idea of looking at equipment, one piece of equipment really came to mind, and it was the trophy system. The trophy system actually used to be a kill streak in older Call of Duty games, but in this game, it's a piece of equipment, and what I was wondering is exactly how equipment fared up against specialist weapons. So we did some testing. There were a couple of specialist weapons that I didn't think were necessary, including the Ripper, because, well, that's a knife, a trophy system isn't going to do anything to block that, and the Scythe, because that shoots bullets, and the trophy system doesn't block bullets. So where I started was the Annihilator. Yes, it shoots a bullet, but it shoots a really big, heavy damage bullet, so I thought the trophy system might do something to stop that. And guess what? It does absolutely nothing to stop that. From there, we tried Hive Drones, and Hive Drones, guess what? Completely blocked by the trophy system. In fact, every trophy system can stop 2 Hive Drones. So from that, I moved on to the War Machine. Why? The War Machine kind of shoots the same kind of projectile that the Hive Drone does. This kind of like ballish projectile. And again, the trophy system is able to block War Machine grenades. In fact, again, can block 2 of them. What this means is if you're up against a team that's using a lot of these projectile specialist abilities, you're going to want to be using a lot of trophy systems, because remember, they get a lot more than 2 shots with every specialist weapon, which means you need more than 1 trophy system, because the 1 trophy system only blocks 2 projectiles. From there were 2 specialist weapons I was really curious about, the Purifier and the Tempest. Why? Because neither of them shoot projectiles, nor do either of them shoot bullets. So I didn't know what exactly would happen against trophy system. So for the Tempest, we fired it past the trophy system, and absolutely nothing happens. That trophy system will not stop lightning. Also, the Purifier. Purifier is flames. Flames apparently beat trophy systems because the trophy system, again, did absolutely nothing. But there was one specialist weapon that had some really weird properties when using it against a trophy system. So this specialist weapon was the Sparrow, the compound bow that Outrider uses. Now this one was incredibly interesting because the first thing we tried, we were both super close to each other. I was standing a little bit away from the trophy system, and so was the person I was shooting at. We fired the bow, and instantly the trophy system made the noise like it was going to stop the bow. However, the bow still hit the person I was shooting at and killed them. So I found that weird. So we had the idea of moving further away from the trophy system. And guess what? The minute we were further away from the trophy system actually had time to stop the arrow coming out of the Sparrow and stopped me from killing the person I'm shooting at. So if you're far away from the trophy system, it will actually stop the arrow. If you're close up to the trophy system, both parties, the person shooting and the person you're shooting at, are too close to that trophy system, you are still able to kill that person. And it's all because that arrow out of the Sparrow just moves so fast. The trophy system itself doesn't have time to kill it when you are that close to the trophy system. So I found that pretty cool. The way to note this is that if you are within the radius that the trophy system works, so the radius that the trophy system works, if you're standing inside that when you shoot the Sparrow and the person you're shooting at is standing inside that radius, you will be able to kill that person. If you both are outside of that radius, you will not be able to kill that person because it takes the entire radius that the trophy system stops projectiles for it to stop that arrow. So that's that. So that was this week's 5 things you may or may not have known about Black Ops 3. Let me know which ones you did or didn't know down in the comment section below, and let me know which ones you liked. And if you liked the video, it would be fantastic if you could leave a like rating. It really does help with the channel and lets me know that you want to see more and more of these videos. If you're new to the channel, I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, well, first of all, stop drinking tea and drink coffee like a real man. Then go ahead, click that subscribe button down below, and simply enjoy the videos on my channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love every single one of you guys. We are so damn close to hitting 100,000 subscribers. So if you could hit that subscribe button, it would be fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, guys, peace out.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're made